Hi everyone, my name is Sarah, and I, along with my teammates Spencer, Jake, and Ben, spent this semester researching parkland usage and its impact on one's overall well-being. We focused specifically on Gage Park in Hamilton, Ontario, and the impact usage of that park had on Crown Point residents' well-being. We learned a lot. There's obvious limitations to doing a survey within our current context of COVID-19 restrictions, but we got creative, and we hope that there's things that the City Lab team and Cynthia and her team can glean from our results, and we're thankful for this opportunity. Thanks so much for taking time to review our project, and I'm going to hand it over to my teammates who are going to discuss our results, our methodology, and what we can learn from our survey. Thanks so much.
We use Google Forms in order to create a short online survey to gauge the Gage Park, both awareness and use, pre-COVID and currently. Our survey featured some questions like the age range, access to green space, whether they felt the park green space was sufficient, their average level of physical activity, and their mental health. We really wanted to gather an understanding of not only the demographic, but analyze any differences in both physical and mental health, pre-COVID and currently. We had certain questions that were focused more around physical activity and certain that were focused around the mental aspect of it. After creating the survey, our team distributed about 500 postcards out to Gage Park residents, and initially we didn't get quite the response that we were looking for, but afterwards we hit a response rate of about 44%.
We received 222 responses from all different age categories, from 18 to 60 plus. From this, we wanted to see what percentage of people visited Gage Park before and during COVID. We saw that there was an increase of nearly 5% of people visiting every day during COVID, and that there was about the same percentage of people visiting a few times a week. We also wanted to look at the physical activity of people during COVID, and we found out that there was a decreasing number of people doing physical activity multiple times a week, which was leading to an increase in just once a week. And the last set of information that we wanted to uncover was mental health and stress. And it was very evident that there was a decrease in mental health and an increase in stress levels. Over 50% of the people who responded said they had seen a decrease to their mental health well-being. And over 85% of respondents said that they saw their stress levels increase either in a large or small capacity.
On to discussion. As the results showed, there was no real change in the park usage, only a slight decrease in the exercise, but a big decrease in the mental health of the population. One thing that I think affected these results was the timing of the study, which was done 6 months after the original shutdown, and people had mostly adjusted to the new norm. There is also a chance that the rosy retrospective bias comes into play here, as people might see the past as being better than what it actually was. The decrease in exercise suggests no correlation with park usage, as park usage remained mostly normal. As there was a slight correlation between increasing park usage to daily and decreasing stress levels, which would have an overall benefit on their mental health. The next steps for this study was a comparative population study, one preferably not as close to a park, as we can compare results and see how exactly the park affected their overall health.